I'm Zach Schoenfeld with The Hill here outside the federal courthouse in Greenbelt, where we just watched a federal grand jury hand up an indictment against former National Security Advisor John Bolton. Bolton has now become the third longtime Trump foe in recent weeks to be indicted by the president's Justice Department.
During his time as National Security Advisor, John Bolton kept a diary. And it's now that diary that's at the center of his criminal indictment. Prosecutors say Bolton sent more than 1,000 pages detailing his day-to-day to two family members. They're not named in charging documents, instead referred to as individuals 1 and 2. Many of the diary entries contained classified material, according to prosecutors. One entry allegedly revealed intelligence that a foreign adversary was planning a missile launch. Another purportedly included information about plans for an attack to be conducted against the U.S. The entries were eventually used as material for Bolton's book. He faces 8 counts of transmitting national defense information. Prosecutors also in this indictment are bringing a second batch of charges. These ones accuse Bolton of unlawfully retaining national defense information at his home in Maryland after he left the White House. The indictment comes after prosecutors searched Bolton's home and his Washington, D.C. office back in August. The charges were returned by a grand jury sitting in Greenbelt, Maryland. The jurors emerged mid-afternoon from their closed-door meeting. As most jurors left the building, the foreperson prosecutors headed upstairs to the on-duty magistrate judge. Inside that courtroom, the proceeding lasted only 5 minutes. The foreperson walked the document to the front of the room, answering a few basic questions, and then prosecutors handed up a red folder with materials for the judge to review. The proceeding was then quickly adjourned. The indictment makes Bolton the third longtime Trump foe to be charged by the president's Justice Department in just recent weeks. It follows charges brought against former FBI Director James Comey for false statements to Congress, and then New York Attorney General Letitia James alleging bank fraud. Like the others, Bolton has responded by accusing the Justice Department of being weaponized against him under Trump. In a statement, Bolton said, quote, "These charges are not just about his focus on me or my diaries, but his intensive effort to intimidate his opponents to ensure that he alone determines what is said about his conduct."
Comey and James will be prosecuted in Virginia, but John Bolton, he'll be prosecuted here in the courthouse behind me, here in the suburbs of Maryland, just outside the nation's capital.